Hello! Welcome, everyone, to this nice coffee and coding stream that we're about to have. I mentioned to a couple people on some of those bigger ETC Facebook groups and stuff that I would do the build last week and the code this week, so I am going to do the coding today. The tools and stuff that I had are still ready to go, but I wanted to take a step back for a sec and actually do some of the coding side of things in the Arduino app. The biggest things that I need to accomplish today is retest the program box and then dump in box 1 code and see where I end up. Yesterday was a really fun time. It was my highest watched video to date. Not just active viewers, but post views. I think I'm about 200 now. Like 200 views of it. Let me double check. I'm just really happy and excited that that video is doing so well. Sorry, approaching 150, not 200. Before that, it was just over 100 that we could get, so I'm really excited and happy that that's doing well. I think it bodes well for the charity stream next Saturday. But today, we're going to be, like I said, working on Arduino stuff. I got the little box. Oh, I also need to... Man, was not prepared for this, apparently. I need to actually open up the light hack thing, which, by the way, you can get all the documentation that I'm working on from today by using that bot code. It's got the link to purchase the box as well as the Git link. So you can actually, pardon me, you can actually start coding and working on the system. So I got that pulled up now, finally. But yeah, we're going to be doing the coding side of things today. I'm a little tired. Apparently, I mean, it wasn't any later than normal, but apparently Minecraft takes a lot out of me. Cool. Okay, so yeah. Other than that, you can also use the code schedule. I got a new monthly schedule this time, which I'm kind of excited about. We're doing Witcher Wednesdays every Wednesday at 6. Doing Minecraft Month on Saturdays, 6 p.m. And then building code projects on Sundays like today. But we're going to try to get things up and running, I think. Yeah. And then I'm going to want... I don't want this full screen anymore. So I just downloaded. So Light Hack, for those who don't know, is a little box sold by ETC that is... Oh, wow. I didn't put this away very well from last Sunday. But it is a small little black box that comes with wires, circuitry, fader pots, cherry key buttons. Let me switch back so you can actually see. But cherry key buttons and fader pots, and you wire it all up, and then you use a Arduino Uno or whatever box of your choice, because this is possible with a bunch of other types. That you can use an Arduino Uno, plug it into your computer, and code it up to make it actually control the ETC, like Electronic Theater Controls, lighting desk. So that way you have a small little box that if you're on the go, instead of having a giant lighting desk in front of you, you can actually have this small little black box that allows you to have little dial encoders to make moving lights do things, and to make certain values of like red, green, and blue dial up to full and stuff like that. So instead of typing it all in with text, you can have an Arduino Uno do those sort of things. But yeah, it's yeah, you can automate some functions as well, especially with the cherry buttons. So that way, the since this is all for entertainment lighting, it allows you to set the cherry buttons. I should just call it the keys. Hit the buttons and change what the faders do, the little encoder knobs do. So that way you can tell them, I want them to control pan and tilt for this moving light. Or I want them to control red and green for this moving light. Or blue and amber for this moving light. Or you could set one as just an intensity knob for fixtures. So instead of you, again, typing in, I want this light to be at 50%, you can just type in the number of the light and then use the encoder to dial up to full. So that way you can get it more precise. Having the physical encoder sitting on your desk instead of typing it all in via text, so much easier and so much more convenient. And they sell this little box for, I think, $150, $200, and give you all the parts to it. So that way makers like myself can sit and actually build the project instead of just buying a product off the website. It's kind of the IKEA method. But it's super, super nice, and I'm into it, so I see no issues whatsoever with the way that they're doing things. I just have to go through the process of making it happen. In this capacity, yes, because there's some, because lighting is a visual medium, typing in on the command line, like this fixture pan 250, is way different than if you were to just hit the fixture and dial in and watch the fixture move. So instead of typing in the individual numbers one after the other, after the other, after the other, you can just select the fixture and use the encoder to actually watch it move, either in a virtual space or in a physical space in a theater. It's just taking something that is, you kind of take for granted when you have a lighting console in front of you. That if you don't have that and all you have is like a laptop and like an output device, like a small little box on the table to actually send commands to the lighting, you can have this Arduino box take those encoders and the specific keys and create like a hotkey encoder station that controls it all for you. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, and oh wow, my mic is really hot. I know that there are a lot of those type of commands that are built in, especially since the ETC lighting desk allows MIDI control, OSC control, and time code and a few other things to come into the system. This box is actually using one of those communications. It's using open sound control over USB. You can do open sound control over network. You can do it over serial port command, which technically is what USB is using. But OSC is a very open source communication style, and ETC completely integrated it into their system to the point that you can control their console with anything on the console with a simple line of code. This Arduino box just takes that code and creates a tactile box that does the commands instead of remembering what all the code is. All that code is still buried in my brain. It will be for like ever, but having a physical box is going to be so convenient. So, but yeah, without further ado, let's jump back into this. I'm going to get this box plugged back in. It also can be powered over USB, which is, again, super convenient if you're on the go and you just want something to be able to control these things without, again, lugging out an entire lighting console. You can just have this small little Arduino box. Hope this isn't too much power for this USB thing. Nope, looks like it's good. Thank you, Megan. Also, after yesterday and all the questions and requests, it's not on here now because I'm not playing it, but I added a name a Minecraft pet as a reward on my channel points. So that will be available now when I play Minecraft. I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah, let's run the test first. So extract the zip. Oh no. I just realized I need to grab this OSC library as well. Vader? I like it. Okay, so for a sketchbook, you need to add additional code called library. Arduino knows how to speak OSC. Download the library. Yes, okay. Which I think I already have this on my machine from other projects that I've worked on. Test tools. USB test. Sketch. Boom. We'll open that. Okay. Then we gotta go to Sketch. Include library. Add zip library. See, I did this test 5 ever ago, but I do not remember how it works. What did it download as? OSC. Yeah, see, I already have a OSC master on the, it's probably going to be right above this folder when I find it. Wow, shouldn't have saved it in downloads. I'm also thinking of doing, yeah, see, I'll just grab the latest one just in case there are any changes. Mother trucker. But I'm also thinking of doing a pooling, really, I can't skip down with O. Okay, anyway, but doing a pooling of channel points thing. So instead of it just being you get to name this pet, you can actually name some of my hordes. So like a horde of zombies can be called something specific, or a horde of creepers or whatever that or mobs, sorry, that you get to name what they're called. But that way it's pooling points, so that way everybody gets a chance to name it, instead of it just being one person. Tools, port. Okay. Press the arrow to upload your sketch. Yeah, I know. Goal variables. After the sketch has been loaded, the Arduino light should have the L and on light solid and TX lights blinking 1 per second. Yep. Launch EOS software. Ooh, we're getting it. Oh no, do not open up Vectorworks. Do not open up Vectorworks. That is going to crash my whole system. Yes. There's a spawn limit in any given radius to the player, and it could mess with other things you're trying to do. Yeah, and I know if we're doing the community server, that's going to get even tougher, so. Okay. So what should we see here? And look for messages that read OSC USB device handshake complete. Okay. Okay. OSC USB device handshake initiated. Okay. The TX and RX light should blink in sequence once per second. Press incoming OSC and you should see repeating messages of OSC packet. The pings are happening to the beat of the song, and I'm really happy. Okay. With the number counting up. Yeah, that's right. Messages that indicate the Arduino and EOS are talking to each other. The RX LED on your Arduino should also start blinking. Yep. Okay. Exit the EOS software. You got it. Once farms and other automation gets going, you don't want tick rates to get all fucked up. Yeah. I'm going to be completely honest. I understand about 75% of that phrase. Cool. So now load. Box 1. Box 1 source. In the OSC library, I got to do it again. Add zip library. Always easier to use the scroll bar in this situation. Choose. Library already exists. Okay. It's already imported then. Upload. So the universal time/coding language of Minecraft revolves around the tick. When you're timing your redstone circuits, if there's a lot of mobs or additional automation, you can get tick lag and fuck up these delicate machines due to timing issues. Okay. After the sketch has been loaded, start EOS again and look for the same handshake message. Okay. I can do that. Now, a couple things is I know that box 1, if I remember correctly, box 1 is already built. The code is already there. You don't have to fuck with anything, and you can leave it alone. But I know, like, the 1.5 hack is to be able to make it so you can change what the encoders do. Because right now, I think they're by default just pan and tilt. And I want more. I want to be able to change those to whatever I can, technically. But we shall see if I can get that done today. Okay, diagnostics. Handshake okay. Incoming. Okay, just saying hello. Note that in this mode, the Arduino does not send repeating ping messages, and the Arduino will only blink once. Yep, okay. If this text does not appear, follow troubleshooting steps. Okay, this is the other stuff I don't have to worry about. Cool. So, there is an inherent issue with me doing it in this order. There's a lot of the testing parts of the Arduino that I can't fully do because I don't have it built, which is unfortunate. So what I'm going to try to accomplish is dig into the code to understand how it's doing what it's doing. So that way I can manipulate it, and hopefully once I finish the build next Sunday, I'll be able to actually watch it all happen. So now I know the library is pretty extensive for OSC. Oh, I didn't need to make it that wide. But yeah, so, here's all the library info. Definition includes slip H. Define LCD character 16. Okay, so it's 16 wide and it's 2 lines high, which I think is all that LCD can handle. Come on. Yeah, I believe this LCD is only 2 lines tall, so I can't change that. Next and last buttons are 6, 7, and 8, which I believe is in here. Yeah, 6, 7, and 8. Next, last, and shift. Ooh, subscribe and unsubscribe. What is this, YouTube? Speaking of subscriptions, if you want to, that'd be cool. Edge down, edge up, forward, reverse. Pan direction, tilt direction, forward. Pan scale, tilt scale, perfect. Handshake query, etc, okay. Handshake reply, okay, great. Version string, box name string, box 1. So I am going to save as box 1 DDM. Because if I'm making adjustments, I don't want to do it to the base code. Ping after idle, don't touch that. Local types, enum, wheel type, tilt, pan, wheel mode, course find, structure encoder. This is really small. I'm going to increase the font size, can I? There we go. That's better. Now we can all read it. Encoder, pan wheel, struct encoder, tilt wheel. Yeah, so this is, box 1 is set up to just be pan and tilt, which I'd love to be able to cycle through them if I could. I think I'll need the 4 encoder to do this properly, which luckily someone is already built box 2. I think it's this one. Yeah. So this is taking the box that I already have and adding 2 more buttons and 2 more faders. I think the LCD screen's a little bit bigger. Oh no, this is just stretched for some reason. Yeah, creating Tinkercad, plain, more detailed face, like Hack 2 project. Replace supplied aluminum faceplate. Build a bud, available DigiKey. New project has 4 encoders and 5 buttons, as well as a larger, it does have a larger display. It will require a print surface of at least 8.5 inches. Circuit can be found here. Eventually, this is where I'd like it to go, but I'm unsure of if I have the right parts or if I have to buy completely new innards. Ooh, a Teensy 3.5, which I do not have. Yeah, 4 lines of code, or 4 lines in the LCD. That's really nice. Yeah. Yeah, compared to, like, let's just scroll down to the bottom to show this off. Compared to this looks gorgeous. Page up, page down, next, last. I mean, honestly, what I would love to be able to build, and we'll see if I can actually pull it off, is that I'd love on the actual, let's pull up a picture because I have that technology. Oh, is it going to take me to a product page? I just want to look at the image. Okay, so you see these buttons over here? Focus, color, custom, form, image, shutter. I personally, out of this box, that's what I would want. Is I would want 4 encoders, so double up the encoders I have. And then instead of 3 buttons, I want 6. So that way I can switch between those encoders. And then have a LCD screen that has 4 lines of code. So I'm probably going to have to buy a shit ton more supplies for my eventual dream box. But then that way I can shift between those. And the way that those buttons work is that you shift between pages by hitting the button the second, or third, or fourth time. So I can have all my encoders in a box. The issue that I have realized with programming on the go right now is that doing anything with moving lights in a offline virtual environment is a pain in the ass because the encoders do not exist virtually. Not really. So being able to have all 4 of those, everything else on the board is reflected in the virtual keyboard and I don't have it with me, of course, but the Cherry SPOS keyboard that you can make, all of those exist. The one that doesn't is the intensity wheel because I think that's hardware only, which I get. Oh god, I need more caffeine, Jesus. But yeah, that's my dream box, as I want to create that. But again, this was supposed to be just the initial box 1. Oh wow, I can control a color source and a cobalt from here too. I didn't know I could plug that into all 3. That's cool. Yeah, this something like this with an extra, but honestly, I would probably just try to replicate this look. I would have the 4 encoders across the top. I of course I would print this. I would do the 4 encoders across the top. I would also I would love, I don't know if it's possible, to be able to make the encoders be pressure sensitive, because I don't think these ones are. Thanks, sir. Oh, they are awesome. They are they dial. I don't know if you can hear it. Let's do this real quick. ASMR. Oh. It's about to get real loud for everyone. I'm sorry. Mic, filters. And gotta love it. But yeah, so these are the ones I want, but I just need 2 more of them, and I probably need a bigger Arduino box, which means I'll probably just upgrade to, I'll probably just go with Raspberry Pi, because I think I don't think Eric's here, but he had an extra one, and I would love to be able to just switch the code over and do that. So I've played with that a little bit more than I have with the Arduino software. So yeah, that was another thing that I noticed just looking at the Arduino, or based on the build. It looks like, let's pull up the actual hookup diagram. So it looks like I don't think we have any. So we have a 13 available and a 9 and 10. So I could do the buttons. I don't think I can do the encoders though, because there's only 5. There's not even 5. Yeah, I definitely need to get a bigger board if I'm gonna do my version, which is no problem. I think at the end of the day, it makes more sense that to be a custom project that I can build. I could definitely do the buttons, but I think that's it. Which, would that be enough? No, it wouldn't be. Let's look at the code a little bit more. I'm curious, because they document it really well with these notes. Issues all are subscribes to EOS. When subscribed, EOS will keep us updated with the latest values. Parameters none. Return value void. Don't get spam with unwanted OSC. Okay, so it gets the pan data and the tilt data. So I'd have to update that to... See, and that's the other thing that the other box would do. I think it's box 3 that someone built. Let's go in the images, because I know that that's usually how I found it last time. Yeah, see, and somebody built stuff like this, where pan, tilt, edge, and then these 3 are also the buttons that I would be programming with the cherry keys. So that way you can make the box a little bit smaller, which I think is kind of cool. Yeah, and then somebody made this, which is fucking gorgeous. We got to give this a look. And of course, when I start working on stuff, what always happens is that someone else already did it and they did it better, and now they're selling it. This thing, the LightHack Touch. They basically built a touchscreen into it with all these buttons, and this is basically a USB focus remote for EOS, and it's gorgeous. Comes with so many frickin'... Let's make this a little bigger so we can all see it. It's got the different pages that you can shift through for your encoders, and it's all touchscreen. It's crazy. super, super convenient and nice. Yeah. Friggin' gorge. But we're gonna do it the other way. Yeah, because this kind of style is what I'm looking for at the end of the day, where it's got the 4 lines corresponding with the 4 of them. Or I guess I could do an extra long screen. You know what? Let's go shopping, friends. Wait, let's be smart about this. He made a shopping list on his thing. $20 times 4. Because I'd kind of want... I'm trying to remember how... Oh, this is not LCD. This is different style. Yeah, only $4, see? Because I'd want something that's like twice as wide as this. So like 40 times 4 LCD. Aha! There we go. Wow. That might do it. Yellow, blue, or blue. Or yellow, green, or blue. Yeah, because if I... I'm curious how wide this one is. But I wouldn't... Would I want to build something that's that frickin' wide? Like as wide as my keyboard? It just has 4 encoders and buttons. I mean, it'd be convenient. I would need the enclosure. So it would probably be... I would have to 3D print something that would work. So the enclosure itself. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's figure out the rest of this real quick. So, parse flow pan update, OSC message and message, int address offset. Update and encoder instruct with the new position information. Okay. Okay, this is all the display info. Console name. Display a splash message before the EOS connection is open. Hey, these are all defined up there. I'm starting to get it. Checks if the encoder is moved by comparing the previous state of pins with the current state. If they are different, we know there is movement. If the event of movement, we update the current state of our pins. Got it? Interesting. The code in Arduino is so interesting to me. I mean, I'm very reminiscent of other coding, but shift. If shift button low, wheel message fine. Wheel message concat. Okay, so it concats the end of it. If type equals pan, wheel message concat pan. Awesome. Else something has gone very wrong, return. I love those little notes. Also, friends, if you haven't, Beyond Beard shirts still available. Okay, cobalt color source doesn't matter to me. Wheel type float ticks. Okay, so that's how far it moves. Informing them of a key press. String key address. Switch connected to console. Default case console key address. EOS key plus key break. Case console cobalt key CS key. See, that's another thing, is that cobalt and color source, as long as the commands are the same, their OSC strings are identical minus the very beginning. So it's EOS cobalt CS. I guess maybe EOS for you guys. Wait, is it? Yeah, EOS cobalt CS. Edge down, edge up. Checks of all relative buttons. This does not check the shift key. Shift key is used in tandem with the encoder to determine coarse fine mode, and thus does not report directly. Also, if you're not on it, friends, it's a damn good time in the Discord. You should join. We talk about a lot of nerdy stuff, but we also talk a lot about a life stuff, you know? Like, we get all introspective. I don't know what it is about coding and building that makes my head warm. It's probably because my brain's working so hard. That's it. Also, I'm thinking of switching to earbuds for stream, because I think it would be more convenient. Because these headphones are massive on my ears, and when I do the 4-hour streams, it's just a lot. So I'm trying to see. It's either going to be earbuds or I'm going to get some custom over-the-ear headphones one day, and it's going to be one or the other. glad I read the copyright notice at the top. I'm allowed to sell this shit, yo. If I make any changes. I also would love, I don't know if this is something in the cards, to get the, what's it called? QLab fader? What is it called? Is it Q fade? No, that's Grand MA. Oh. Why did this not put me in streamer mode? I want to be in streamer mode. I don't want those notifications coming through. Okay. Anyway, there is a kind of like light hack. But somebody is selling it. It's like 8 faders on a aluminum body chassis that correspond with QLab's audio channel faders. Super convenient and cool, and I really enjoy it, and it seems very similar to this. I think it's a little bit dumber than this one is in regards to the code, but that's perfectly fine. It's just faders. You're not switching between things. You don't have coarse and fine. You don't have any of that. It's just bringing a fader up, bringing it down. But I think that's really cool. Yeah, I guess that's the other thing. Why does this need analog in A0, A1, and ground? Does the way the Uno works is that it needs direction positive, direction negative? Well, let's look at the way this is laid out again. Where was that code for coarse and fine? Oh, I'm curious about something. Welcome to VS Code, everyone. Not like you've never seen it before. Aha! Oh, it's a theme. Oh no, Arduino for 1.8. Also, Megan, if you're still out there, what is that theme you use for making your code look as good as it does? Because I am not a huge fan of the color scheme of this, but I like the one that you use on your stream. Extension for Arduino. The Arduino extension makes it easy to develop, build, deploy, and debug Arduino sketches in Visual Studio Code. Rich set of functionalities. Is that 1.6 or later? Yeah, let's give it a shot. I still have this open? I do. Ooh. See, I love VS Code. That looks so much prettier. Insiders. Nope. I guess Megan's not here anymore. Sad. Problems. Oh. Let's see. No, I don't think this is going to be as pretty as I wanted it to. Okay, help if I could spell. Yeah. I tried. I'm trying to do all my coding in VS Code if I can help it from now on because it's cleaner. It looks better, but I don't think I can with this software. Can I at least make this dark mode? Probably not. Time for a Google. No! Dang it. History. Okay. Didn't know this was going to be a theme install video, but surprise. Library. Application support. Arduino. Not here? Okay, cool, cool, cool. No doubt, no doubt. Show package contents. Contents. macOS. No. Resources. No. Plugins. No. Lib. There we go. Back up your old theme folder in order to restore the original theme. Downloads. Replace. Replace. Let's see if it worked. I'm curious. That seemed deceptively easy to the point that I feel like I may have broken it, which is never good. Nope. It was that easy. God, that looks gorgeous. That's so much better. Awesome. Sweet. Okay. Well, I got that out of the way. But yeah, like if I do the 4-encoder project that I'd love to do, I need to get a bigger board, which I'd probably, like I mentioned before, switch over to a Pi. Trying to think, I wish Eric was here so I could ask him more questions about that thing. I'd switch over to the Pi because it's just got more, I think it has more inputs. So I can actually handle all of the physical data. And then make my 6-button 4-encoder either 4-line display or, yeah, because I could, oh shit, Dustin Miller, etc EOS console. Also, please don't judge the way that I say console. Everybody on the road used to, and it was upsetting. Yeah, I could do that style. Instead of it being a long box, it could be a tall box. Because I think I'm right-handed when I use encoders. Or I could do it mounted to the top of my box. Maybe that's what the next building code will be. Is me building an STL. Well, building a 3D model of what this box is going to look like, and I can print it during the week, and then we can fill it over the next couple weekends. That could be cool. Kind of like that. That's the other thing. Do I need an LCD screen? LCD is nice, but it all shows up on the laptop anyway. Same with software keys. Because EOS at 5, or Geo, which if I ever buy a console, it's going to be a Geo at 5. This thing is gorgeous with the slide out keyboard. It's, ooh. I love this thing. But yeah, because this one doesn't have an LCD printout because all of its data is up on the screen. Yeah, because this corresponds with that, that corresponds with that, that. So it's just the 4, and then the buttons to change them are underneath. They're also the soft keys, I think. But like, that could be really nice. I don't need the LCD screen. I could just build 4 encoders with 6 buttons, and then I could mount it onto the top of my SPOS keyboard. Actually, let me do some digging real quick. I'm gonna do the digging off to the side, just because this is personal photos. What I'm looking for is I built my SPOS keyboard and I posted it to a couple places, so I got a really good photo of it. When did I build this thing? It was a while ago. Definitely before Universal. Yeah, it's right around here. Let's find this bad boy. How's everyone's morning going? So far, mine is pretty chill, and I appreciate it. Okay, save the tigers. Pictures of bacon, apparently. I'm a weird dude. Gotta be around here. Come on. You know what? Let's see how smart. I searched for keyboard because sometimes Apple's photo search is actually really smart and can find that shit. You know what, Dustin? Don't do this. What you should do is jump on the Book of Faces. Go to GC EOS Nomad users. Show only posts that I've done. Because I know I posted... There it is. So yeah, I made this bad boy. That I had this and everything was way too cluttered. So I condensed it down and added blocks in between. But this empty space up here, I would love if I could build a box around it and add 4 encoders with 6 more keys. Because this is all hotkey based. It's not OSC based. So it can work cross system. I can plug it into a Windows machine and it'll just work. So if I have now it'll be 2 USB cables, which I don't really like, unless I built a small little like hub inside the box as well, so that way this Cherry SPOS connects to the hub, and then the hub has an extender that goes out that actually plugs into the machine, so that way it's one unit. I kind of like that. So I'd need to buy 2 more encoders, 3 more buttons. Honestly, I just need another light hat kit. I think that's what I would need. Because I need double of everything. How much is this thing again? Oh, it's only 100 bucks. See, and that's the thing, is this would give me a lot of the stuff that I would need to finish the project in general. Can I have 2 Arduinos working at the same time? But one's doing the left and right encoders, the other one is doing, or sorry, the 2 left ones, the other one's doing the 2 right ones. One is handling, then it would send commands across. No, I should just get a bigger board. Yeah, because this has the parts on it, so I might as well just... Yeah, so I need a bigger Arduino. Let's make a shopping list. I don't know the last document I was working on before this, so I don't want it to pop up and be something. Oh, okay, it's nothing weird. Get a blank template up. Okay, so we need let's actually do this right. Do it again, because I don't know what PDFs I had open. Ah, this is a good idea, Dustin. You had tax documents open. Okay. So we need why did I open up pages? I need numbers. Okay, so we need quantity, part number, vendor, description. So quantity, I need, oh, I should do column after total quantity needed. So 6, I need 3, part number this. Maybe I didn't want this to be. Anyway. Vendor. Why did I decide on dark mode? I know it looks good, but it's not effective for what I'm doing. Okay. I need 3 of those. Six, or sorry, total 6, need 3, etc. Light. 10. No. 12. I want it to be courier. Why not? I also want all these to be centered in their boxes. Want the height to be 0.6. Oops. 5. That'll do. Okay. Panel mount. Text. White. 12. So, encoders, I need 4. I need, sorry, total 4, need 2. There we go. Don't really need the wire. I can always get some later. 5-position Wago connectors. I have plenty of those. Don't need an extra USB cable. Don't need machine screws because they all mount in direct. Don't need standoffs. I'll print my own enclosure. Now I need a new Arduino or the Raspberry Pi. Let me check something. Ask a question of Eric to see he's online or not. A whole computer built into a keyboard. That blows my mind. I think I have something like this. Oh, it might not have network. But let's do this. Store. Because I have the Uno R3. Oh, damn. These are expansive. Let's go most popular. Can I search the store? Arduino Uno R3. Okay, that's the one I have. Is there like a bigger brother of the R3? Mega. Oh, that's got plenty more buttons for me to play with. 54 digital pins, 16 analog pins, and 4 serial ports. This might be it, friends. $50 milliamp, which I still think a USB can do. No battery. voltage. 15 can be used as PWM output. 16 hardware and 16 megahertz crystal oscillator, USB connection, power jack, IC, SB header, and a reset button. It contains everything needed to support the microcontroller. Simply connect it to a computer with a USB cable or power it with AC/DC adapter. Compatible with most Shield designs and Uno and the former boards. Yeah, I think this is it. Let's add this to the vendor Arduino. Oh, wait. 12 Courier text background none. Okay, so I need 3 more keys, 3 more button caps, 2 more encoders, 2 more knobs. Okay, made myself a shopping list. Let's now I'm curious, I want to double check. How does it know analog inputs for the encoders? Okay, that's good to know. Interesting. How does it know where the encoders are plugged in? I'd have to dig into this a little bit further than I thought. Well, friends, I think I'm gonna do a little bit more research, get some shopping done with this, maybe place that order, and then get the box printed and designed next stream. Then the stream after that, do a little bit more coding, and then the last one, probably put everything together and make sure it works. I think that could do it. Thank you everyone for tuning in. A little bit more chill than usual, but I appreciate y'all for stopping by. I will be back Wednesday for more Witcher, hopefully continuing on the story. And that next Saturday, we are launching our community server. It's just going to be for a few people up front. We're going to do the initial, subscribe, unsubscribe, edge down. I just figured out how the analog button works. Anyway, but yeah, we will be back for the community server launch for a handful, some moderators, some friends of mine of the community to get things up and running. And then after that initial day, I'll make a launch day for everyone, so that way they can jump in whenever they want and maybe jump in on the streams when we're playing in the server. So thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you Wednesday. Until then, design and conquer, my friends, and have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye.